The Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, just announced a major decision. They are banning red dye number 3 in the United States. This synthetic dye has been widely used in candies, drinks, cereals, and so many other products to give them that bright cherry red color. But studies have linked it to cancer in lab animals, raising serious concerns about its safety. So, is red dye number 3? Why has it been in our century? How will this ban impact the food industry and us, the consumers? Stick with me, and let's break it all down. Welcome to Professor Bruno Barros's World Scope. I'm Professor Bruno Barros. We dive deep into science, health, geography, and the fascinating stories that shape our world. If you're curious and love learning new things, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. To give this video a thumbs up and turn on notifications so you won't miss it. Ready? Let's get into it. Red dye number 3, officially known as FD&C Red No. 3, is a synthetic food dye that's been around, commonly used to give foods that vibrant red hue we associate with cherry-flavored candies, cocktail cherries, strawberry milkshakes, and even some cereals. But here's the kicker. It's made from petroleum. Yes, you heard petroleum. This dye might make your favorite treats look more appealing, but beneath that bright color lies a long history of contrast. You see, the concerns about its safety didn't start yesterday. Scientists and consumer advocates have been raising red flags about red dye number 3 for... Let's talk about what really put red dye number 3 under the microscope. Back in the 1980s, researchers discovered something alarming. In studies on male rats, high doses of this dye were linked to tumor development. Now, before you say, well, I'm not a rat, let me explain why this matters. When scientists see a consistent pattern of harmful effects in animal studies, it raises serious questions about the potential risks for humans, especially when the substance is consumed regularly over a long time. The FDA has a clear rule. No food additive can be approved if it's shown to cause cancer in humans or animals. And while the evidence against red dye number 3 has been around for decades, it wasn't until now that the FDA decided to. It's almost ironic when you realize that this dye was banned from cosmetics back in 1990, yet somehow legal in foods and drinks, products consumed by millions of people, including kids. This leads me to ask you, should this decision have been made decades ago? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. So, what happens next? The FDA has given food manufacturers until January 20 to phase out red dye products. Companies that make ingestible drugs and dietary supplements will have an extra year to. This means that everything from candies to cereals will have to be reformulated. But here's the interesting part. Many companies have already started moving away from artificial dyes. Some brands are using natural alternatives like beet juice, carrot extract, or turmeric to color them. Not only do these alternatives eliminate health risks, but they also align with a growing demand for clean, natural ingredients. Now, here's a question for you. Do you ever read food labels to see what's actually in the products you're buying? If not, now might be a good time to start. While the US is just now taking this step, others ahead of the game. Nations like Australia, Japan, and many in the European Union have either banned or severely restricted red dye number 3 for years. This raises an important: why does it take longer for some countries like the US to act on health concerns? Is it industry pressure, bureaucracy, or something else? And what about Latin America? Will countries like Brazil follow suit and ban red dye number 3, or will it remain in use? Let me know what you think in the comments below. Now, let's talk about another concern with artificial dyes. Children's behavior. Back in 2011, the FDA examined whether artificial food dyes, including red dye number 3, could be linked to hyperactivity in kids. While no direct causal link to behavioral improvements after removing artificial dyes from their children's diets, what about you? Have you noticed any differences in how you or your kids feel after consuming products with artificial dyes? I'd love to hear your stories. This ban also reflects something bigger, a shift in consumer awareness. Today are more conscious of what they're eating, and they're demanding transparency from companies. Labels that say no artificial dyes or made with natural colors are becoming more common. Accident. It's a direct response to what consumers are asking for. So here's a challenge for you. The next time you're at the grocery store, take a moment to check the labels. You might be surprised by what you find. Before we wrap up, I have an important message for you. If you're struggling to lose weight and want a quick and easy solution, I've got something that could help. I've left the link in the pinned comment of this video. Just click it to learn more. It might be exactly what you need to start your journey. And don't forget to keep exploring the topics we discuss here on the channel. In my last video, I talked about the possibility of a tsunami hitting the United States. Do you think it could happen? The answer might surprise you. You'll find the link to that video in the cards, the end screen, and in the pinned comment below. Be sure to check it out. So, to sum it up, red dye number 3, a synthetic additive that's been in our food for over 100 years, is finally being banned in the US. This decision marks a significant step towards safer food options and a more responsible industry. But it also highlights the importance of staying informed about what we're putting on our plates. Now, I want to hear from you. Had you heard about red dye number 3 before? Do you think this ban is a win for public health? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more educational content. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.